So you mentioned the OU Foundation. What is the OU Foundation, and then do other institutions have something similar to that?
OU Foundation was chartered in 1951 at the University of Oklahoma, 501c3, Internal Revenue Operation 501c3. The purpose of the OU Foundation is to receive those precious donation dollars, some of which they would invest those dollars, for example, an endowment, or some would be merely a pass-through. What if your scholarship, for example, you said, Tripp, I'm going to give you X amount of money, and I just want you to spend all of that money. So that would be a sort of an endowment in which it would be expendable. That's what we call an expendable endowment. And then there's the other endowment in which only proceeds from that initial endowment, which is invested through the OU Foundation, then that allocation is given out at a period of time for the needs and services, as you would say. So let's say, for example, you gave $1. So that dollar is invested on or about July 1 of every year, end of the fiscal year, beginning of the start of the other fiscal year. On or about July 1, 5% of that money that had been invested, your dollar had been invested, will be put into the fund. That's where you get your scholarship dollar. Okay, 5%. Now that's done over a 12-quarter period of time of investment, so that there's a length of history, so that we don't have funds, for example, that are spent out, what we call watered down. And you never want any fund underwater. You want them all above. So it is a proper procedure, and that is done nationwide. Now you asked another question about how this University of Oklahoma works with the foundation, and does this happen in other universities?
Right.
Yes and no. Ours is uniquely important to the University of Oklahoma. The University of Oklahoma board, the trustees on the foundation, consist of about 40 OU alumni. They serve for a period of terms. They have to serve also on a standing committee that is appropriate, so it could be an investment committee, etc. Maybe it's university relations, etc. But they're actively engaged. They meet 3 times a year, and so their purpose is to help work with the investment dollars that you gave us to make sure that they're insured, that we're doing exactly what they're supposed to be doing, and that it's being invested and utilized wisely.